how would you define their playstyle, Fear? If
Nouns,
someone comes in, they
turn to
haven't watched the
bad.
group stage as intensely as we did. Like, how would you describe what Nouns is like as a team?
Scared.
5 seconds left. It's Dyer's band now. 10 seconds. It's Radiant's band now. 10 seconds. 5 seconds left. Radiant pick. Dyer's turn to pick.
Treant Protector.
Radiant's turn to ban.
Sky Wrath Mage.
Ten seconds. It's Radiant's band now. Ten seconds. 5 seconds left. Dyer's turn to ban. Ooh. 10 seconds. 5 seconds left. Dyer pick. Radiant's turn to pick.
Enchantress.
Seconds. 5 seconds left. Radiant's turn to pick.
Stare your death in the face.
Dyer's turn to pick. 10 seconds. 5 seconds left. Dyer's turn to pick.
Phantom Lancer.
Radiant pick.
Tide Hunter.
Ten seconds. 5 seconds left. It's Radiant's band now.
Spectre.
10 seconds. 5 seconds left. Dyer's turn to ban. Ten seconds. 5 seconds left. It's Dyer's band now. Radiant's turn to ban. Ten seconds. 5 seconds left. Radiant's turn to pick. Dyer pick.
The sack.
Ten seconds. 5 seconds left.
Monkey King.
Choose your hero or something. Ten seconds. 5 seconds left. Fortune and glory await.
Versus the PL to have just a great lane. So yeah, we'll see if Nouns is going to be able to deal with the pressure.
I mean, for sure, because that's the thing, right? For Nouns to pick this into that matchup, into that Lesh match up in the mid, that's going to show a lot of confidence from Gunnar. You don't do this unless you're 100% sure that it doesn't matter about the lane, you're still going to be able to pull the game out of the bag.
And I did hear, like, you know, Fear was talking about it. Yes, the immobile aspect of the Lesh could be the reason why they're looking at the Monkey King, but then I'm looking and I'm like, there's going to be a tree living armor, and then there's going to be Stampede as well to protect this Lesh in a lot of ways. So it does feel like Nouns has their work cut out for them. I do believe that the supports are going to have to be active, make those moves around. Could see perhaps the PL suffer because of it, but we'll have to see how it all kicks them. Should be fun.
For sure. Ready.
And are people going to be able to defeat the Spectre as we're seeing that this hero just is just rolling through the games?
Battle's starting. Just remember, you got a job to do.
Towards Chalice, but anything more here to throw out right now, Nouns? We'll see how things settle down with the lane situation. I mean, we're talking about the mid, looking at the side lanes. Any particular area of the map that you believe the side could start to struggle early on?
It depends on what happens with these support rotations, because they are absolutely going to start making moves early on, I'd imagine, from the side of Nouns with either the Ench or the Skywrath. So, I mean, Tide should be fine, I would say. As they were mentioning versus the Spectre, we've seen this matchup a lot. I think the PL is the one that can suffer. So, probably these carries, as it tends to be the case, do start to get slowed down a bit when we see the patience. But we'll have to see. What kicks off?
Yeah, what do you think it was about Nouns that kind of made them go for this direction where they did get that PL drafted? Yeah, third pick in the draft phase.
He saw a game where there's not really much answers for the PL at all at that point, right? When he saw the actual game state. But then the Lesh comes out, and it's a totally different game at this point. Yes, you can build these Mage Slayers and pipes and whatnot, but it's still an excellent matchup for the Lesh at all times throughout this game.
But that's the thing, they must have anticipated that the Lesh was going to come. You don't think they forgot?
We'll have to see. I mean, if this is the concept that they had, if it's they were like, okay, if they pick Lesh, we're gonna, we'll have like this It just looks strange when you have this Monkey King. But Gunnar, you said, you know, during the pubs and stuff like that, that's what he's been confident with. Just definitely not going to be an easy matchup for him at all.
No, I think a couple of the pub games that I caught him playing the mid Monkey King, he was in much easier situations, like a game against a Shaker.
Like a melee,
Storm,
yeah.
Even for these lower ranged heroes, you can do alright, but against a Lesh and against a Somnus Lesh, it's not going to be easy. And we're starting to see that already on the CS, Somnus getting the early advantage.
At least you can dodge a little bit, right? I guess that's the one thing about the melee matchup versus Lash. When you're Monkey King, you have Mischief, so you can always dodge a couple of these lightning storms and stuff like that. But yeah, it's always going to be advantage for Somnus, as we're seeing. And all three lanes, first few waves, definitely looking good for the Shadows here. And that PL definitely is struggling. I think this is the lane I'm looking at where K1, it might not even, Yamsen might not be able to actually leave up here. He might actually just have to stay up here for K1.
I think so, unless K1's just going to be forced out of the lane pretty early, and it's never fun to be in that sort of situation as a PL. It's going to take a lot of time for him to recover if he can't get much in this lane matchup against Chalice and Y.
No, absolutely. Like the thing about PL when you're playing versus Centaur, even if before Centaur was this big of a beast of a hero, you have high base damage and you have explosive burst early, which for PL, it can always be a problem. And you have AoE control for the illusions and stuff like that as you get to the further aspects. I'll have to see what the recovery comes. Lanes, yeah, definitely look quite dominant.
Continue that way as well.
Yeah. But Moo's still going to have this good time, right? Because we've seen this so many times now. The Meteor Hammer rushes. He's going for what looks like a little bit more aggression. He's actually going for the boots early on. I think I've seen almost every time it's just straight ring right into that Meteor Hammer to apply pressure onto the tower, but if that pays off.
Sure, I mean, because against the heroes, this Spectre tree lane...
Can't get aggressive.
Slow and Tianming, you're not killing these heroes,
no.
right?
I guess maybe just to... Curious look.
Maybe if anything, just to allow him the chance of running away. If Low and Tianming actually get aggressive on towards Mu early.
Yeah, and then I guess if Lelis is making moves around the map too, he's got some way to escape too, but... Yeah, Spectre, 19 last hits, not really missing much of anything.
Yeah, it's pretty much free farm on all three lanes here so far, Azure Ray. You know, maybe part of the plan for nouns, you know, with this drop, do you think you're going into this game being like, you know what, lads, we're going to struggle in the lanes?
Probably, I would imagine so. Yeah. Even though the Spectre picked into the Tide Hunter, they probably look at that and they're like, yeah, this is good for the Tide, but the other two lanes, absolutely. We're seeing the repercussions. 19-6 up on Chalice. It's going to be a very early Vanguard.
Careful up top soon, the amount of burst that they could surprise the PL with. Be a little too much for K1 if he gets caught in that setup.
And they have a very early aggressive draft to the thing too. Besides this late game aggression that Azure has themselves set up for, their early aggression of taking towers is absolutely there. And collapsing on heroes super early with Spectre, they have the ways to make these moves very early on if they do get an early advantage in the game. Continue just going in their favor.
And for Nouns, a lot of pressure is going to be on Mu, rallying with his two supports to make the moves, because if Gunnar does want to go down this kind of Radiance Octarine route that we've seen him do so recently in the pubs, it's going to be a lot of greed, a lot of time that Gunnar and K1 need, and a lot of space in the map that Azure Ray might just not give them.
Yeah, I think Gunnar might have to take a step back, and maybe he does go down like that Mage Slayer weird, like Echo Saber disassemble Mage Slayer or something, so he has an answer for the Lash to enable his PL, but we'll have to see. Depending on how he feels about it right now, a lot of skill points saved up for Gunnar.
To see much movement, support probably around that early power in. Sim will get some extra focus around the mid.
Chalice is going to have Vanguard done though, so they're going to be able to just leave this Centaur top, and I imagine they're going to match the rotation. At least with the Muerto already has early boots, they're probably going to look to make the match rotation. They're probably going to expect it to come toward that mid lane as well too, so. Calm and quiet, 5 minutes, no kills.
Huge wave as well coming in from Chalice up top.
Yeah, that is.
Radiant's courier is dead.
No longer under any sort of threat on this top lane Chalice.
Feels like things are going to explode pretty quickly as soon as those level 6 come out. As soon as that Spectre's got this jump ready,
middle
now we'd like to see a move happen. Somnus is getting closer and closer to 6 too.
Gonna try for the setup here, Lelis.
Gunnar's hit 6 first.
Just caught by the ancient seal here. Backup coming in from Yamsen on the side. They're dead with the boundless truck, taking him down.
Nicely done.
Now they're bringing the two supports and get that very late on. 5 minutes in first blood for Gunnar.
Perfectly done. And it's running the catapult wave with the Centaur, so they're actually going to get pretty significant amount of damage here. They didn't read the move.
I mean, where was the response? I feel like Azure Ray, they just didn't give any sort of help to Somnus there. They left him on an island completely on his own.
A really good hit. Look at this tower. I mean, at less. It's more than
Lot of damage.
Yep. Thomas is going to come back in, but Gunnar, 31-6 match. Yeah, overall, looking good for him.
Very impressive hit.
PL is suffering, but the other two lanes looking pretty good. Who's free farming. Really cool move.
Can't imagine they'll get away with that sort of play around the mid again. And next time, TPs are going to be coming in for Somnus, I'm sure.
But if they can finish this tower off in the next move, you kind of remove the factor of the tree that kind of scares things a lot of times with the living armor heal. So the fact that they got it this low off just one kill, pretty massive.
Moon looking super strong down here now. He's got his boots out as well.
And he's doing a very different build than what we've seen. Laps we just saw him do earlier, the same build of the Meteor Hammer, who going a different route.
Yeah, they'll group up and go for him. Somnus comes in with a rotation. Now let's go for the move.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And in the meantime, they denied a rune. Yamson actually with the Hellbear Smasher was able to get that one away. So FY, not going to pick that one up. Some low-level supports perhaps coming out from the side of Azure. And they do finish off the mid tower. So 7 minutes in.
That's an early for a
Mid monkey versus Lesh.
Against a Lesh.
That's pretty huge. And he's going to be showing his build. So he looks like he's going to be going down the Manta route. So playing versus the tree, he's going to be going for his own scaling build rather than just enabling the PL, who is slowed down. He is going to scale too. And Gunner's getting active.
He is. He's turning himself into a dire range creeper. Going to try and surprise this top lane.
I love when we see this from the Monkey Kings. It's just an unexpected gank.
I mean, Chalice is about a creep away from having the HP for level 6.
Oh, this is
No
perfect.
He's available at the moment. They're going to full commit here pretty much. Backup comes in from Empire, lays down the Revenants. They're looking to turn, they're looking to burst.
Too many numbers.
They turn on a Gunner, take him down. They might even get more level 6s in. Stun beats at the ready. Azure Ray, they punish the move here this time round from Nouns. As this time, they are very well ready for that move.
Looks perfect at first when Gunner's coming in. Centaur not quite 6. Quickly gets turned. 5 heroes turn up. Spectre does hit the 6 as the go's happening. 4 earned charges instantly acquired. A blessing.
Going to be able to have that sustain and that extra defensive output. Any other opportunities arise.
Strike back 4-1 now. Mid tower still was brought down very early on. Why? That's in some trouble. Looks like he's getting trapped by a little tree ganking him.
Tries for the neutral deny, not quite able to aggro them in time. The way of Lelis. Gunner and Lelis, they'll look to clean up that stack as well. Top lane.
K1 is he is really struggling, and they're putting so much pressure onto him. Spectre is able to get a lot more free farm, and now he can always join in too. That's the thing about this hero. Always going to be able to jump in and perhaps get these extra kill setups onto the PL and find the real PL as well. So
Not for sure. As many nowadays, this ridiculous low cooldown on the about 16 seconds. It's back up. He's ready to go again low.
It's going to be a slow recovery for K1, that is for sure.
I mean, for now, are you going to be getting back on looking for aggressive moves, or are you just trying to sit back?
You probably still look to make aggressive moves with Gunner. I don't think you want to just sit back. Yes, you have PL, but you're playing into this Spectre, and we've seen what this hero can do when you get farm. Even without farm, this hero's pretty insane right now. So I'd imagine we're going to see Gunner still look to be active to get that space for K1. Otherwise, they can just put free pressure onto him.
Hello, he's getting involved again.
More and more.
Tianming finding Lelis in the jungle.
I mean, these supports are, the panel said it right, these supports are going to struggle, especially if Spectre has a good start. It's always free kills onto something with Skywrath. Enchantress a little bit more difficult, but Sky is just food.
Dire's middle tower is
And they have great scouting outlets, like this Tree and Protector in particular with the Spectre is always going to give that info. Things slowing down a little. Gunner is getting, maybe finishing up one item here, getting these neutral items picked up before he looks to get a bit more active.
Still holding on to the tier 1 mid very nicely.
Yep.
Now, a lot of damage being able to be done yet by Azure Ray on the push.
And then Moo's actually going to go down the Blade Mail route on the Tidon. So rather than going for pipe and damage mitigation and stuff like that versus the Lash, I guess he's going for Lash's uncontrollable damage. I'm just going to run into him and try to bring him down and stuff like that. We'll see if it works.
Low. Himself. Having the Blade Mail complete.
And it's just standard. These Spectres. Very good game versus the Monkey King versus Skywrath as well too to have it. K1 is getting some time to slow down. So Midas pretty much going to be coming out here. And straight into that Aghanims. I think this is the build that we see on PL when it's played. But it has yet to be played. This is the first game that we have for it, of course, so
Tough starts expected.
Yep.
You're bringing out these carries that haven't quite seen the play or success.
Yep. And you're playing into, you know, a meta that is quite good versus the PL in a lot of instances with these tanky strength offlaners that have ways to
Power
clear.
ain't looking too steady.
And you're playing versus Somnus, who plays every hero under the sun, so the potential of that Lesh, they had to have known it was coming. Sure, they're the ones who actually want to be the ones to pace a little bit here. Somnus feeling strong.
What is under the observer though?
It was.
Nouns, they'll be aware of this one. It looks like the line's being drawn over towards Moo. Obviously, Nouns, they're aware that this is coming in. Azure Ray do try and force something around this bottom tower. High chance that Nouns could look to turn.
That doesn't feel like a very high value.
Kind of swept down bottom, but they're back over towards the mid. Looking towards Gunner.
That's the
Maybe
big kill.
with sort of the jump in and potential of low, they try something, but now they're playing careful with the positioning, and Lelis and Yamsen, they're there ready to help out if Gunner is to get jumped around this portion of the map. Now that they know the smoke's one off for Azure Ray, now they'll look to hit back themselves.
They have to get the connection perfectly with the Ravage and Skywrath Mystic. That's their
Maybe
only
a
real early
steady
setup unless the
presence.
Monkey King isn't there to have it.
They get the opening onto low. This should be a pretty clean kill.
Monkey King is also there, so he is sneaking around as that range creep right now, so if they can find the angle onto him. The Blink is about to be finished up onto Chalice as well, so this is a pretty prime time for Nouns to strike if they can 100 to 0 him.
He's going to show on the tower. DP's going to start to come in. They'll look to burn through the Spectre immediately with the set up of the Ravage in the Mystic Flare. Still alive. They didn't have it. Low's perfectly fine. He's ready to turn. The dagger across. They brought down Gunner. They'll take down Moo as well underneath the tower. Low survives. Yamsen also to fall here. Something's catching him with the stun. Azure Ray, they put a complete stop to the attempt there from Nouns. They attempt to throw everything down onto low. They didn't do the mass fault. It wasn't enough damage.
Honestly, the Seeds of Serenity, not just the give 150 HP health, he got it off actually on the floor before they actually got all the combo on, so he gets extra health regen and everything going, and they were quick to react.
I mean, that's got to hurt, right? That was a big commitment from Nouns, and it gets them nothing.
Like, look, he's just standing under the heal. He has 22 HP per second, has a full wand, gets healed up, and then Stampede resets everything. They were very ready, and now they're going to likely get this tower. Gets denied. At least there's that silver lining there for Nouns, but that's their Ravage play, and they get completely turned on.
It's going to feel rough for Nouns.
It sure is.
Very much means that any sort of opportunity like that where they could maybe go for the Spectre, it's probably not happening again.
Oh my god, FY. He has an Atos already. Wait, what the? That is super early. Okay, well, extra forms of catch versus this Monkey King and PL and everything. It's gonna be potent. This is gonna be strong.
You know, Gunner, he's obviously still on the way towards the man, so he's not gonna have to dispel yet, so.
This is gonna be very annoying. The fact that he gets it this early on, and where it's overall, when you're playing it as support, you're pretty squishy. Now you're not. 300 HP you get from it too. Problematic for them to bring down FY. Very farmy game it feels like it's going to turn into here for Nouns. Well, Azure, they can constantly look to make these punishing plays around the map. I mean, K1... This Blink Centaur and everything, they can look to just keep making moves.
K1's making the recovery.
Okay.
They're second highest. We're sort of in the top 3 at the moment on his PL.
What's he going to be able to do, though, even if he does get the farm, because he's playing into this Lesh, this counter, he's playing into this Spectre, who's going to be able to get this Radiance build up also for PL, so we'll have to see what he's going to be able to do, even if he gets to that farm. It does feel like they are starting to build up quite a bit of answers for him, even after that early game slowing him down.
And they're going to find K1. They've got the set of it with the Atos into the stun, the pushback of the fear.
Overgot the plate.
Yeah, but he's still taken down by the double edge of Chalice. Not a chance here for K1. Azure Ray making these moves. We saw earlier for Nouns, and as it will continue to be. Azure Ray, they're 3 cores. I don't think you're bursting any of them.
No.
If you even get this set up with the Ravage, the Mystic Flare, taking any of these 3 heroes right now down from 100 to 0, probably not happening for them.
And it's easy for them to make these type of kills happen with their Spectre, with their carry getting involved constantly. On the other side, on Nouns, feels like they really do need multiple different ults in order to try to get a setup of kill. And even then, sometimes they might not be able to have the damage to bring the... It does feel like it's pretty complicated for the side of Nouns.
Farm's still solid for Moo. He's going to get very tanky very, very soon. 2,500 gold in towards the heart on top of his face and blade mail.
Okay. They're getting tankier or something. I'm just worried, like, where's the damage going to start to come out from at some point to be able to bring these heroes down? Because as we saw there, the Spectre already tanked through everything once. There's going to be more layers of tankiness that comes in. Living Armor, the Bloodstone's done on the Lesh already too, so... They're definitely going to need, I mean, even when they have Aghanim's, they're going to need that next +1 item on K1 before he's probably feeling comfortable at all to look to join.
Yeah, they're going to just have to try and stall it out.
Yeah, what if you...
And with the Stampede, they'll look to see if they can chase down K1 as well. Double gangers there. TP's coming into tier 2. Won't be able to stay on top of the PL. Just a quick kill. Slaylis. This time around, the tier 1 will feel a bit of the heat. Fortification will come out. Azure Ray almost certainly going to continue this push.
F5 is actually also going down the scaling route. He's going to be going Gleipnir. I mean, he's playing versus PL, and he's got a really good start, so why not? He got Grove Bow.
Yep.
I mean, he's definitely going to be able to turn into that tertiary or quad core kind of in a way with the farm that he's been able to get set up. And he is playing versus 2 Agicore.
Let's hear from the two of them, Chalice and Somnus.
You're a disgrace.
I like this build a lot. Somnus going for the blink as well too. I think they're feeling we have full control of the game right now. So if we can keep putting this pressure on it, should lead to success. And so far so good. Low. That's the Radiance done.
It's done.
It's so early. 19 minutes with Treads, Blade Mail, Earn being this involved in the game too. He's 9 out of the 11 kills.
This is pretty terrifying.
This is
not
scary.
going to be an easy game for Nouns to play out.
Radiant just denied their
Difficulties
bottom
up.
tower.
I mean, ooh, he's tanky, but
Dire's middle tower
that
looks to be
tankiness will
disintegrating.
disappear pretty quick. There's a lot of damage that's going to be coming out from the side of this, you know, this Spectre, this Lash as well too, so. A slow one we have.
Azure Ray, I don't think they mind that either. That might be what Nouns are trying to do, slow the game down themselves. It's not something that Azure Ray are concerned about whatsoever. No. Happy to continue farming, get his Manta down on top of the Radiance. Of course, Somnus as well, continue to scale and just become this incredible, unkillable beast on the left track.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh, careful there!
It's got to happen at least once. Oh, not this time. It'll happen one of these days. We'll get a couple more people dying to the tournament.
They're on the hunt.
I mean, they're feeling incredibly strong. It really does feel like they can make almost any move so far. And they've gone all aggression. I actually didn't even see the tree build. 0 points living armor.
Go for move. See if they want to try anything with any sort of shadow step or something, but no.
Nah.
They won't waste any more resources trying to go for the tide.
That's how you get yourself killed. That's how you would potentially get Nouns back into the game if you do make a big all-in play onto the tide and he does get a good rev. He'll know better.
Radiant are scanning. How does that even work?
Oh, is he going to build the deny it again? Oh,
Dire's bottom tower. don't look good.
Yeah.
Wait, he got it and it got denied.
Wait, what? Wait, what? What?
Same frame.
Anyway, moving on. Anyway, they're about this. They're going to try and go for the move. They're with the stampede. Look with it. He's gone. Damage is done. They'll try and turn over the Lord Somnus.
He just walks out.
He's perfectly fine. Pretty much still full HP here on the left track. I mean, they're killing Moo. It's not a good sign for now. This was meant to be the unkillable here. I mean, Moo's fight was fantastic, but we're already at a point where Azure Ray, they can kill this blade mail hard tied up.
Exactly. They have so much damage on their draft, and they have a lot of ways to pierce through it, as we were saying, you know, the Spectre, the Desolate, and stuff like that. They didn't even need him. They just had the Lesh sticking on. And that was Ravage use too, so more downtime for Nouns where they just can't fight. Azure just continue to control absolutely everything. Getting bigger and bigger, scaling harder and harder. And the thing is, too, is sometimes in these games, when the game does slow down a lot, wait for a second,
Oh,
quick, easy kill.
Easy one. Doesn't get the last touch on it, though. Tian Ming the one to take that.
Sometimes
getting involved.
Sometimes you can see some of these supports scaling quite a bit, like even for Nouns, like the Enchantress, we've seen it scale a lot in these games, but this is not a game where an Enchantress actually is able to do the work of what we've seen Miposka and the likes do. Your first is a Spectre, your first is a Leshrac, who's gonna eat you alive. They're not really scaling too much on these supports either. You said on Azure, the supports are scaling. The life is pretty much done on FY.
Gonna be one of the faster ones you'll see on a
4 position.
support Muerta.
Probably one of the only ones you'll see as well, too. I think we've seen only the 8th and 11th Atos.
Oh, not my pups.
Fair enough.
Radiant's progress at the moment for Gunner. He's about 2,500 in onto the relic. Still needs time.
Oh boy, it's taking a long time. And now pace kicking up even more. Quickly into that Roche. No way that Nouns is going to be able to contest this either. How long in the Ravage? 30 seconds.
So I mean, Nouns
even with it.
they're barely leaving their half of the map right now.
And even, yeah, they can't even set up for Som to stop. He's got a BKB finished up too with an Arcane Rune, so they just have to kind of let this one happen. And it's freedom for Azure to choose what they want to do next.
The way of challenge there, that Aegis.
Okay, interesting.
No, up top, but 3 around here.
He's just got, but he can just get any solo pick off. If he sees the Skywrath,
The setup can be there.
Lelis, run, my friend. No dust though, actually, on the tree right now. So Lelis actually does have a Glimmer Cape, so he would have been okay. But either way, you can see what he's trying to do with this tree. He's been doing the last 10 minutes since he's got the shard. He's just scouting for solo pickoffs with the Spectral.
K1, he's
He's
farmed.
getting big. It's just,
But how much can a PL do this game?
yeah, how much he's going to be able to do versus the Lash. We see the next big item coming, the Mage Slayer. That was the answer, especially from Tundra when Wraith Pack and stuff existed, to have the answer versus the Lash when you have Illusion heroes, but times have definitely changed. Not anymore.
On here, but as well underneath the tower, Chalice, he's ready to set up. Around the strike, the dead shot, and the double edge. Leaves Jansen up. Azure Ray, they can get the push onto the tier 2 tower now. And maybe even more around this Aegis on Chalice.
Chalice having a flawless game so far. Top of the net worth, 407, has his shard now with his heart. He is a menace.
Power looks to be disintegrating.
Pretty crazy. I mean, out-farming his own Spectre with his good raid timing on a Radiance.
They're all, like, all
Look
three
how much
cores.
Chalice is getting.
They're all so farmed and so tanky. The damage for Nouns, it's just, it's slow. It's not like this big burst damage. Even though they have Skywrath, their burst damage is not really there. It's long, gradual fights, which at this deficit, with what they're up against,
Top tower is under
it goes
attack.
harder and harder as the game progresses.
And it feels as well that even sort of the high ground defense situations, it's not like Azure Ray are lacking heroes that would be happy to just dive past the barriers, dive past tier 3s, and look to go aggressive.
Yeah.
Dire's
Uh-oh,
top
move.
tower is under attack.
It's bound to happen. There's someone pushing like this.
Coming with the information, low, ready to jump across on this. Able to make sure that moves. Not a chance of escape. Another kill here for Low.
Top of the net worth again for him. It really does feel like it's been 20 minutes of just mostly dominance. Besides that mid play that happened, right, so long ago, the little mid play that they did to take out the tower, it's been everything. They're coasting.
At least they had that nice first.
At least they got the first
something
blood.
for now so far out of this game, but everything else. So Azure Ray's way.
They may have even also gotten one of the earliest mid-tier 1 towers.
They did, yeah.
I feel like it was 7 minutes in. Exactly. But that's
A long time ago.
a long time.
Don't
20 minutes to go, and those last 20 minutes have been pretty painful for now.
Another target spotted.
They're on to Gunner. Not a chance.
Deleted.
Another
Second.
kill for low, more money for the Spectre. 4-0-10.
He hasn't even gotten another neutral item. He's still using Seeds of Serenity.
Did him so well against that early gank down bottom. Quite fond of it now.
Yeah, why not? Radiance continues to get slowed down more and more as the map dwindles. And FY continues to scale. The Gleipnir done, going for more scaling as well too. Full freedom, and the warding as well too has been phenomenal. Didn't get to touch too much on that from Azure, but they've really just covered pretty much all the entrances. Besides having a tree, scouting everything out, and getting all these pickups of the Spectre, they just have ward vision everywhere.
Dire's bottom tower.
Pick the straight fire Sanj on Chalice.
I mean, why not? He absolutely can continue to scale versus this PL, and they're right now staring at one.
Hey,
I mean, they got him.
Goodbye.
Caught outside of the base.
Still no Manta.
Don't know what's going on there. Maybe hands off the keyboard.
structures are fortified.
But that's indeed a tip. Yeah, Jamming was just eyeing him up, but K1 was not prepared at all for that. They're into the base, the Sentry Tower. In a lot of trouble. And maybe nouns as a whole in this game one.
Maybe back to the drawing board a little bit with what they're up against. Sure, it just feels like they got everything they wanted, and so far it's been as clean as it comes. Besides that, like 7-minute move, everything else has been absolutely perfect. Yeah, still no Manta for the PL, so it's a free setup.
Dire's
Brax
middle
is gone.
barracks has fallen.
Probably talking about the next game.
Dire's top tower is about to be
And
raided.
at least, you know, as you were saying, and as the panel was saying, right, a lot of stuff from the draft of nouns did seem a little bit sort of outside of the box. So definitely things that they can maybe go back to what they were doing in the Rouge stage.
Yes.
We saw earlier in this run here on the road to the International that didn't do them so well.
Yeah, I mean, it is the first PL as well, too, right? So maybe wanting to try something out here a little bit, too. And they did, you know, they did make that tough matchup for Azure Gunner that, even though he did very well, yeah, we'll see the repercussions of what happens afterwards here. So, I mean, the lead just continues. It's getting massive. And this, okay, so Manta, is he even going to finish the Manta? I'd imagine he is. So Manta, PL, plus Radiance on Gunner. This is, I mean, they have to try to make something. Otherwise, it feels like you're going to just lose.
But K1,
They got to find a fight.
try and turn this around, and they're bringing in the numbers, but already jumping on towards Jansen. Jansen's gone, and Lowe's going to turn over towards K1. They're trying to bring down Chalice. They're dropping the round behind. They can't go up. He's having a roll. K1 will get out of the fight. Chalice being fully focused, but he's still got so much HP to play with. They can't finish it. He's walking back into the Wukong. He doesn't care at all.
That boy's killing Gunner.
2 dead on now. The dead shot as well, putting a stop to Moo's TP out. You cannot escape this Azure Ray. And Moo is surrounded by the squad. A third kill's found. Nouns gets nothing.
Tower is under
It's what they probably feel like they have to do, because this game, it's been feeling like this for a long time. It feels very over. They just do not have the damage. They do not have the farm. Everyone's too big. Chalice, he actually tanked the entire anchor. He didn't turn and kill the anchor. He stood in the anchor. They couldn't bring him down.
He didn't care.
Did not care
He started to
whatsoever.
walk away, and then he was like, you know what, I don't even
Wait a
need to
minute.
walk away. I'm walking back in.
Yeah.
watching.
There's the anchor against them.
Under attack.
Another Rax to drop. All heroes on Azure, full HP. And another
And they're
dash.
ready to go in for more. Jump forward. On towards Jansen. 22 to 2, 24k lead here, 29 minutes in.
They're ending this.
Dire's top tower is about to
They're
be
not leaving this
raided.
space anytime soon, Azure Ray. They're ready
still
to close
full.
this one up.
Everyone's still full HP. They have ult too. They have trios. Stampede's up in 20.
Dire's top tower is
No damage from Nouns to push them away.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Mega creeps at the lead step. Up against Nouns. Don't have the Ravage.
Top barracks is low. The radiant tower.
The Mega creeps are out. And nothing to be done here by Nouns. Somnus.
He's just in.
He's ready to get aggressive. Just jump straight back in on them. He's got the BKB ready if necessary. Popping the Bloodstone, and now the BKB's out. Lay down the Wukong's command low. He's just straight in on top of it. They jump forward over towards Gunner. They've glimmered him up. The Gunner's surviving a little bit longer, but still the Radiant's burning him down. He'll still fall. Gunner's out of the game. No buyback on him. Jansen to fall yet again. And this game should soon and shortly be over. The buyback will come out from Jansen, but let's see there's no buyback for Gunner. The flying is down there for everyone. Catching it to the Mystic Break on that return, but it just doesn't do any damage at all. And they'll lose Jansen again. 4 dead. Game's over. GG is cool.
Back to the drawing board.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
In a very little sense, the draft, it did not work out here for Nouns from the laning stage onwards. nothing really outside of that first blood went their way, Fog.
No, this was flawless play really from the side of Azure. Yeah, I mean, it really did feel right. That 7 minutes and then that play bottom, they tried to make that move.
Yeah, that was
3 or 4 heroes die and then, yep. This was a tough one for Nouns.
Very much the beginning of the end there. That failed attempt down bottom. But yeah, definitely things they can change going into game 2.
Yes.
As for Azure Ray though, I mean, just more of the same, right? They've come in here on this first game of the series for themselves and the playoff stage, this road to the international. You can't really hope for a much better performance than that one, really, Fogged.
No, honestly, I love the way that they set up the 3 cores.